In the welterweight division at UFC Jacksonville, this is your main event. In the prelims, you got Neil Magny, longtime veteran, 27-11, taking on Phil Rowe. Comes in at 10-3. Both guys stand 6 feet 3 inches. They're both in their 30s. Neil Magny and Phil Rowe have the same reach, 80 inches. They both fight right-handed. Now, Phil Rowe has an advantage in terms of activity, 4.4 significant strikes per minute to 3.6 for Magny. So credit Phil Rowe in that department, but it's Magny who can land takedowns. He's well-rounded, 2.4 takedowns over the course of 3 rounds. So he's getting at least 2 takedowns on average per fight. Now, the Haitian sensation, Neil Magny, 56% takedown defense. That won't matter in this fight. He's lost to 2 really good fighters lately. So we got to remember this. He lost to Gilbert Burns by submission and Shavkat by submission. But other than that, he beats everyone else. He beat D-Rod by submission, DR stroke. He beat Max Griffin by split decision. He beat Jeff Neal by decision. So he's still 3-2 in the last 5. Now, Phil Rowe, 52% takedown defense. That's going to be a problem. But he has won 3 in a row, beating Nico Price by KO, right? He was down 110-63 in terms of significant strikes, still won the fight. That KO made the difference, or he loses to Nico Price. He beat Jason Witt by KO, beat Orion Koshi by KO, right? So Phil Rowe has been looking good, getting finishes, though, but he lost to Gabe Green by decision and beat Leon Shabazian by KO. So 4-1 in the UFC, if you count the Contender Series, so he's really 3-1. But the guy wins by KO. The problem is Neil Magny's too good. He's proven himself. You know, this is a perfect matchup. Both guys are 6'3". They got the same reach. They're tall and lanky. But Neil Magny, if he gets in trouble, can take this thing to the ground. And Phil Rowe hasn't really been tested enough there, right? He's getting through fights by just striking with people. But when you get in there with a Neil Magny who can control the fight and land takedowns and stay away from the KO punch, I like Neil Magny to get the win here, but likely by decision, unless he can get the submission on the ground, very possible. But either way, Neil Magny wins this thing on control time, controlling the whole fight. He'll move to 28-11, in my opinion. Welterweight division, UFC Jacksonville.